I said your name right?
You did.
Okay. I didn't even ask that when we chatted before to make sure I pronounced your name right. But I'm super excited that you agreed to join and just share a little bit about yourself and your story and all your success with our team. I've gotten to know her a little bit over the last, literally 2 days. So we've been chatting and we've hit it off, so I'm excited. But Dallas joined in July of 2022 and hit executive pretty quickly and just kind of did a lot like I did when I first joined the business. She kind of hit her minimums, stayed executive, just plugged in, and just kind of maintained for a year or two. And then in February, Dallas, this year, last month,
Yes.
She just decided that it was time to take action, and she was going to take massive action and do the system and follow her upline's lead and do what she was taught to really grow her business. So in February, she hit gold, she hit lapis, and since February, so in a matter of less than 2 months, she has recruited over 100 affiliates and is absolutely on fire, about to hit Ruby soon. And I'm excited because she's going to Paris for one soon, so that'll be her first trip, and then she's just going to explode her business this year. And I'm looking forward to getting to meet you soon on one of the trips and getting to hang out. But I'm excited for you to tell a little bit about yourself, so I'm going to let you come on here and just share a little about you and your family and where y'all live and things like that.
All right. Thank you. My name is Dallas, and you did amazing by introducing me. Thank you. And I feel so honored that you asked me to come on here. I've been in the business for almost 3 years, and it is definitely a, wave ups and downs, but you just have to make sure that you never quit, because obviously you never know what day, what month, what person will change your whole business. And don't let my daughter, she's gonna be in and out probably.
We talked about it before. We might have kids running around in the background, but that's the beauty of it.
Right, literally. We live in Milton, Florida. We used to travel on the pipeline for her dad's job in a fifth wheel, so I did this literally from my phone from anywhere. We were in South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. We've been everywhere. I know.
I wish you would have been in Georgia.
I know. We would be so close.
I know.
But now we are expecting our second child, so we were like, it's time to settle down somewhere. So he got a stationary job here for construction, and we bought a home, and now we're here in Milton. And we just bought it in January, so we're freshly new homeowners. So exciting. But yeah, that's kind of.
And so y'all stay home. A little girl stayed.
I stay home with her. I started when she was 4 weeks old. I had made a post asking for, does anyone know any work from home, legit jobs, whatever. And when I found out that it was free, I was like, you know what? If it doesn't work out, oh well, but I have the chance to make it something. If these girls can do it, why can't I do it?
Right. Exactly.
So I just took it and ran with it, and I've been doing it ever since. I am blessed enough to not have had to go get a job somewhere, but I do enjoy not taking my daughter to daycare. Obviously, everyone's lives are different, but yeah, I stay home with her, and I plan to stay home with our newborn, and yeah, I'm super excited.
Because when are you due? So you're expecting another little girl, right?
Yes, in July, end of July.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so what made Nu Skin, what made you jump into Nu Skin? Did you see a shout out? Did you, how did it even come into fruition for you?
So I had made that post for a job, looking for a job, and then my dad shared it on his page, and he had a friend from high school who's doing it, and she reached out to my dad and was like, hey, I saw your daughter, is looking for a job, but I don't want to come off weird because I don't know her. If you want to tell her I reached out, this is the info. And I was like, why not? So I did. I started it. She actually has quit. So that's another pointer. Just because your upline decided to quit or not do it anymore doesn't mean you should. Breach of reach above them or find someone to run with. Yeah, that's how I got started, and then that was,
Lost your
yep. When she said free, I'm like, sign me up.
exactly. So I could probably guess this just the little we've talked, but what's your favorite part about the whole boot camp business so far?
Definitely recruiting. Like,
Which is scary for a lot of people. When they hear that, they're like, oh, that's the part I don't want to do. So why is it that you love that so much?
So I never was scared. Normally, people are terrified to offer the opportunity. I will say, like, you have your people, you're just like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. What would she say? But I still do it anyways.
Yep.
And, see, I'm squirrel brain. I'm just like, what was I saying?
No, you're fine. That's great. I mean, don't be scared is one thing. And, like, I always tell everybody, you never know what somebody's going through in their personal life. Like, Facebook and social media can be so deceiving, and everybody looks great. But you never know who needs this, or you never know who they might know who needs this. Just like your dad, he posted it for you, and somebody grabbed it. So there's lots of different ways, you can reach out to people for it. So, okay, one of the biggest things, I guess, this is a big one, but the biggest key or component to your recent success, what would you say? And it can be a few things, but what's like one or two things that you're doing in your business that are just, you can say, this is what's helping me to get all of this success right now?
So I have probably like 2 or 3. I would say personal development is really huge. What you think about, you bring about. So if you wake up and you're just like, I'm gonna have a terrible day, it's already gone to crap, you're not gonna get a shout out, you're not gonna get a recruit. You have to put that time into yourself outside of your kids and your husband, and just, do something for you that brings you joy. That's really important, especially even if it's making your coffee in silence, and drinking it. Like that is joy to me. I enjoy that. And consistency, you can't show up like for 3 days and then be gone for 2 and then be like, well, what happened? You lose momentum.
Yep.
Personal development, consistency, and really just not quitting. I know that kind of goes alongside consistency, but everyone has bad days. There's days I don't have a sale or recruit, a shout out. It happens. You just have to keep showing up, really.
Right. And like with consistency, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't mean you're on your phone 24/7. You have kids, you have a husband. You're not on your phone all the time, but you plug in and you do what you can. Consistent just means a little bit over time every day. It doesn't mean 24/7.
I think even an hour, like depending on where you're wanting to go with the business, obviously, the more time you put into it, the more you'll get from it. But even an hour a day will make you money.
Exactly.
It will.
Yes. You just have to put the effort into it. So shout outs. She kept saying, being consistent with shout outs. What's your goal with shout outs? Your daily goal, and like how do you go about getting those every day?
So my shout out goal used to be for the longest time 10 a day.
Yeah, that's what we used to call beast mode back in the day.
And I was doing it, but that will drain you.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Obviously, it'll be done. My goal now is 5 a day, and then the rest I'm focusing more on other things I could be doing. Yes. Sorry.
You're fine. So 5 shout outs today, and like, how do you go about doing it? Do you have I know we all have the shout out system, but are you asking certain people? Are you asking anybody? What are you doing?
I ask anybody that is on my feed, my friends list, I'm messaging. If I've never talked to them before, if I've known them since I was little, I'm asking.
That's off limit.
Because you never know who's going to say yes, and then you never know who they know.
Yeah.
So if you're not asking, you're taking the risk of losing someone who could be a blue diamond right under you. So.
Exactly. Yep. And I think a lot of times, especially now with this whole push we've had lately to be more authentic, being more authentic doesn't mean you don't have to cold message people. Cold messaging has gotten a bad rep, but you can still be authentic and cold message people. Like, you can still be this bubbly, fun girl that everybody likes and be you, and send a message to somebody you've never talked to before and just say, hey, look, I'm trying to grow my business for my kiddos. Will you help me? You know?
Right.
If they're mean to you, that's on them. So what?
Right.
So, yeah, I'm with you. And that's something personal that I know I'm working on more now. Dallas challenged me before y'all got on here with us that, girl, you better get with the shout out game. So she's going to hold me accountable, and I'm going to start doing my shout outs like I'm supposed to every day, and asking everybody. So
Yes.
I'm excited about that. But all right, so as far as talking to people, when you're talking about recruiting and opportunity, I know you love recruiting. You've just got several executives under you and helping them reach their goals, and that's super exciting. How are you reaching out to people about the opportunity? Are you just coming out with it, or are you engaging and then leading into it? Like, how are you talking to people about Nu Skin, about the actual business side of it and the opportunity?
So I don't want to I forget the word, narrow myself to one thing, because obviously you can be both.
Yeah.
But in person is, I think, a big deal. I just need to be personally better about that. I'm more of a homebody and social media.
Yeah.
So, but in person does a lot, even when you go to the coffee shop or lunch or something. You don't have to just bring up Nu Skin. You can just make a friendship and then get their number or something like that. But for me, social media is top tier for me.
Yep.
I don't go into a message with someone and immediately be like, oh my gosh, have you ever heard of Nu Skin?
Right.
You have to create that friendship, because people buy from who they like, know, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
And the more they trust you, the more they'll be willing to hop on board. But my tip is, in Facebook groups, is to get into as many as you can and just create those relationships with people.
You've already got that relatability there. Like, you're in a group with something you can relate to, so it makes it kind of like an open door. You can talk to them.
Right. So I think that the groups is a good place to start for sure.
Yeah. And just talking, building that connection, add them as a friend, and then that leads to the opportunity. So
yeah. Because they'll see your post. They'll see,
Yeah.
they'll be, what is she doing?
Yeah. And one thing I know you had mentioned too, and I've seen it on your page publicly, that you pin it. You know, you can, it's very apparent when you go to your page, like, hey, whoever wants to do this, let me know and I'll help you, because you can see your help wanted
Right.
as soon as you go to your page. So you've had a lot of people come in through that as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's one thing I myself was going to do. I want to make a video, you know, and kind of explain my journey and my story. And I know you mentioned doing the same and pinning that at the top, so when people do check out your page, they're like, oh, she does have this opportunity here for me if I want it.
Right, and she's real.
Yeah, exactly. They can see you. They need to see your face. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is all. I'm super excited. I know everybody loves hearing from you, and I just want to congratulate you again, because you are very, very inspiring. You're a busy mama, and I know you're working your tail off on your business, and you will definitely be a blue diamond in no time. So
Thank
I'm
you.
excited.
Thank